Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan battle video for you. In this video we're going to be looking at how you can get stage 4 of the Supreme Magnificent Battle complete, along with the mission to use 4 Bond of Master and Disciple category characters. So this is the team we're going to be taking with. On the left there, we're going to be making use of the new Vegeta and Trunks EZA. They're great for this. They're going to be providing a lot of support on their supers. They're going to be boosting everyone's defense up. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to immediately want to go and hit a Wheeze as you get into the fight, and you're going to want to keep that Wheeze up for as long as possible. So get your 2 turns and then pop another Wheeze to get to 4 turns. This is going to be quite a difficult fight, and there will be a couple of elements of RNG, like whether the Super Saiyan 4s survive and they counter and all of that, and how they do, because they need to stack quite quickly as well, and they are not on their full lead here, so the stacking is a little bit more slow. So what Gohan's going to do, Gohan, Trunks, and Goten, what they're going to do is they're going to super 3 times a turn. And that super is 7.4 million damage they're going to be doing. The normals are 2 million, and they have 800 million HP with 50% damage reduction. So they are very tanky. They're going to take a while to take down. They have a very hard-hitting super, so you're going to need that extra damage reduction. And they are going to also, you can't stun them, there's no defense reduction, and they can't be sealed. So just a standard thing for these bosses in Supreme Magnificent Battle. So what you're going to want to do is you need to get the Super Saiyan 4s and the God Boys onto rotations so that they can get at least 2 turns of stacking each in, so they can get their defense up high enough for it to matter, because with 7 million damage coming their way, they're going to need a like 2 to 3 million, and then the extra 40% damage reduction, that'll actually then help them out. They'll be able to start surviving supers. There's still going to be a bit of an element of RNG, like sometimes some units will just take a huge amount of damage, especially once you are off the Wheeze. But once you're off the Wheeze turn, everyone should hopefully be sufficiently built up by then, and you should be doing pretty big damage with the Super Saiyan 4s as well as the Blue Boys coming out. They should start doing massive damage. Now, if you have this tech Gohan, the movie heroes one, he is going to be great for this as well. He's going to super a bunch of times, and he's going to hugely raise his defense, and he should be absolutely fine most of the time. Have seen him take a bit of fatal damage before. He didn't get enough supers off, but so he does need a super for all of his stuff, sort of his kit to kick in and start working. And he does better when there is a Goku on the team, any character that includes the name Goku. So pairing him up alongside a Goku is going to be your best bet, because that is going to supercharge his defense, and yeah, going to make him just a lot tougher. He also has a buff when he gets a movie heroes category ally on the team, or if there's another hybrid Saiyans category ally. So there's all the conditions to his defense going up. So you could also run him alongside the Trunks and the Trunks as well as the Vegeta there, but you would just be getting the 159%. You're not going to get both from them, so it's much of a muchness. Just make sure he's with a Goku or a movie heroes category ally, and he should be fine most of the time. Now, this is going to feel a bit slow in the beginning. This entire team is a bit of a slow burn team. They need to do a lot of supers, hit their transformation, start building up. Got the Vegeta and Trunks who need to do a lot of attacks, need to get hit, start dishing out more damage. Beast Gohan should also be fine most of the time. You can see I've taken a bit of a weird approach here. I am floating him off, but that is because we need to get the Vegeta and Trunks built up fully so that they can tank if they take a super when the Wheezes are down. So they need to take hits, they need to attack, they need to build up. So we floated off Beast Gohan, and it actually works out quite nicely, because you can, when he comes back around later on and you kind of run out of Wheeze, he shouldn't have had so many turns in where he's been there, so he should still have all his buffs up, and then you can pop his active, give him a huge chunk of defense, and that is then going to let him tank all of those hits that maybe would have killed your unit, while you focus on these units doing your damage. So yeah, you can float him off if you want, if you need to build up your other units, and then he should hopefully come back around in a time of need, and you can pop his active and he will tank handily. Now, one other nice little trick about the Trunks and Vegeta is that they do have an active that is gonna, amongst other things, raise your entire team's defense by 20%. So that can be very helpful in this fight when you run out of the Whis, especially if you have Beast Gohan doing his active. I would do Trunks and Vegeta's active, and then once that's done, you can pop Gohan's active as well. His base defense then would have been raised sufficiently, and then he's going to raise his defense again by using his active. So just a nice little way to supercharge his active, but he would be on like turn 5 or 6 by then. He should have like 80% damage reduction plus over 1 million defense. It should be more than enough to perfectly survive and taunt for everyone, and that can just give you a bit of extra time. You're basically biding for time here with the Whis, with your Weezers, getting the Vegeta and Trunks powerful enough, and getting your Super Saiyan 4s and your God Boys awakened, or getting them to transform, and then once they come around, they can have their God turn, blitz the boss down, and then you just need them. You've now got the Super Saiyan 4s have the ability to counter, so they'll be hopefully countering all those Ki Blast supers, and then, although it can be any type of super, it's not restricted to Ki Blast super. And that will help massively for the 7.4 million super that'll get thrown at them. So yeah, like I said, you're just biding your time. You're trying to survive the first 4 to 5 turns that you can come around. Pop everyone's actives, pop Tech Gohan's active, pop Vegeta and Trunks active, pop the Beast Gohan's active, and do all your transformations, and then pop Super Saiyan 4s and God Boys actives when the moment you get a chance to do that extra damage. And yeah, you should be fine. It is a tough event for sure, but with this team, you should be good doing this, and with just the extra protection in the beginning. I'm not going to recommend, I'm not going to even show how to do it no item, not when there's team restrictions. You definitely can no item this with you just unlimited use whatever team you want to do, but when it comes to team restrictions and that, and there's no real mission for doing it without items, and even if there was, I would do that separately to this team. Yeah, use items for this unless you are a complete masochist, and then hats off to you if you manage to do it. I didn't even want to try. But yeah, that is pretty much going to be what you need to do. Okay, so skipping ahead here to a little bit of a scary part, when the Super Saiyan 4s and the God Boys roll around for their second turn, when they don't have their 77% damage reduction, they're just relying purely on their defense, it is going to be a bit of a mess up. You're going to need to, obviously the Whis will already be up, so it'll be 40% damage reduction, and hopefully they have supered a good number of times and their defense is pretty high. But like you can see, my Super Saiyan 4s are rainbowed, and they hadn't supered enough times that they didn't take significant damage. But yeah, they either, you can, hopefully maybe you got a bit of dodge on them, or hopefully yours just survives. Mine did survive. I was at full health. It took 640,000 in damage, but we did survive, and then we were able to transform into the Blue Boys on the next turn and start making some stuff happen with our final turn of Whis, and here we should be absolutely fine now. We should have 2 pretty much free turns with the 6-year anniversaries, because they are, with the 7th-year anniversaries, because they are going to have massive attack damage reduction. They're going to be able to dodge, they're going to be able to counter, so yeah, just make sure you are getting rainbow orbs for both of them. The rainbow orbs will be giving the Blue Boys a better chance to dodge, and rainbow orbs will be giving Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta a higher damage reduction rate. So just pump them full of rainbow orbs as much as possible, and they should pretty much carry here for the rest of the time. Especially when you run out of Whis, they will be fine. You're gonna be a little bit just more scared of guys at the end there, like Vegeta. See, this is dodging is super helpful here. Doesn't matter if it's a 7.4 million super if you just don't even get hit by it. By now, Vegeta and Trunks should be pretty built up, pretty strong, and they should also be boosting the rest of the team with that extra damage defense boost. Now, just be careful. Don't do what I did here. Putting them in second slot is not really the greatest thing. They lose about 20% damage reduction, so generally is better to put them into first slot, and then they're going to just have that extra damage reduction along with their guard and along with their built-up defense. They should be fine, but I think we got very lucky there. We did still have the Wii, so it would have been fine, but if we didn't, probably would have died there because they would have had that, but we got some dodge on them, so very, very lucky there. Well, the friend unit has some dodge on them. I think mine is also built for dodge. Okay, so first turn without a wheeze, and this lined up perfectly. We are going to pop the Trunks and Vegeta active first to boost up defense, and then we'll pop the Beast Gohan active to sort of take all the damage, and Beast Gohan should still be within his 7 turns, so he should have pretty much massive damage reduction here, as well as his defense, so he is going to pretty much give us another free turn of just pure damage that we can go ahead and do to the boss, and then hopefully we can finish him up in the next turn. That is a very big juicy turn coming up in the next turn, so hopefully we can finish him off then. Sorry, I'm just cutting out parts of the video because this fight was like 17 minutes long, so we're skipping ahead to the next turn here. We did a pretty significant amount of damage. We're able to transform Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta now as well, so we've got Scouter. Not that matters, we know that there's a super attack every turn, and now we should be fine on this turn. We should pretty much leave it to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta here to finish things off, and if he just can't hack it with damage, we do have the Tech Blue Boys coming up right afterwards, who should hopefully finish it out. So yeah, this is how I got it done. It only took me 2 runs. I died in the first run to an unlucky super, and then otherwise this should get it done for you. I know there are a bunch of other ways to do it as well, but I found this team did it quite comfortably, and it was fun using the Trunks and Vegeta EZA, and just seeing Gogeta do his counters against these guys was pretty hilarious. So yeah, we're going to hope the Blue Boys should finish us out here and get us the win. Now, Blue Boys and the Super Saiyan 4s, what is quite nice about them, and I'm mentioning this so late in the video now, is they also do have attack cancelling. So you'll see that if you get lucky and there's only one attack and you know that's the super attack, and then they do their 24 key, their 18 key, they will cancel that attack. So there's going to be no super then. So you see, attack broken, now no super there, and that is very, very, very nice, very helpful in a fight like this. So you do need a couple of things to align like that, but we are going to finish this out with Trunks and Vegeta, and that is pretty much how you get it done. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys in the next one.